Hi everybody, it's morning again at the O'Meara household and I'm doing my lunch preparation. You have to remember that the ease of my lunch preparation all depends on the organisation that I have already done. So I want to show you some of the organisation that I've done in order to do this. Now, there's a lot of people working at home at the moment rather than at the office, but I still think you need to make your breakfast and your lunch and maybe your snacks if that's what you want, because then you're not going to be within social distance of that fridge. You know, stay away from the fridge and the pantry. Prepare everything. Know that it's like a normal work day. If you are going to the office, then this works perfectly as well. All right, so the preparation I do before is that I make sure that I have all of my ingredients from Monday to Friday. So my weekends are either going up to my farm, getting my food from my local farmer if I'm not growing it, or going to the markets. They're our options of getting really good healthy food from our local farmers. So I was at the farm over the weekend and I picked a whole bunch of greenery. So I have this beautiful fancy lettuce at the moment. I have mustard leaves, the best, sweetest spring onions. I've got some fennel in there. What else? Oh, I put some thyme in there. So I've made up a salad mix and I make up a big one and then I use it every day. So the first thing I would do is put a bunch of those salad greens into a bowl that has got a lid. Make sure you've got a lid on it. If it hasn't got a lid, you can use those those wax material things that everybody's using, instead of using Glad wrap and things that we do not want to destroy the planet with. So I put my green mix into the salad bowl. So just before I came on, I chopped up some carrots, some cucumber, and some chili, because I've got heaps of chili in my garden, so I might as well use it. So there's 3 chilies with all the seeds taken out, and what I've done is I have chopped them up. The meat right there is a meat that I buy, and I get it at Aldi, because it's the only place I know to get it, but it is like a prosciutto, I don't even know how to say those things because I hardly ever buy them, but this is one that I found that has no nitrates or nitrites or preservatives or sugars or anything like that. It is just the pork and the salt, that's it. So if I've run out of any meat, or any other meats, I will use that. Otherwise, like you'll see in here, my husband made an amazing lamb roast the other night, and so I will chop that up and put it in my salad as well. So I've got carrots and cucumber and chili and my meat in there. The next thing that I do is I've done prep for this. So I make a mayonnaise. And the way I make my mayonnaise is with 2 eggs, and I put it, you can actually put it in a jar a little bit bigger than this if you want, but I put 2 eggs in there. I use my seaweed salt. I do love my apple cider vinegar from Hillbilby, so that's my fire tonic. And then I use my Changing Habits Inky Inchy oil. Now, Inky Inchy oil is very high in omega-3s. It's also high in vitamin A, which is good for viral protection. It's also high in vitamin E. It has 48% omega-3s, but more importantly, it is 84% essential fatty acids. So what does that mean? That means your body doesn't make it, so you can get it from this food. It's not a fish oil, which I struggle with fish oil. I know there's medicinal reasons for it, but in everyday life, I like my plant-based Inky Inchy oil. It's just the most incredible food. It's not like an olive oil, it's not like a macadamia, but if you can't get Inky Inchy oil, you can use olive oil, you can use macadamia oil. These are high in monounsaturates, so there's nothing wrong with that. So you can put your eggs in there, your salt, your apple cider vinegar, and any black pepper, and actually I've been putting some Ceres wasabi powder in it, which I love. Mix it up just a little bit. Then I actually pour the oil in, and you can use a bar mix, you know, the old-fashioned bar mixes, with a flat blade, put it in, and in seconds it is made. So I put a tablespoon of my mayonnaise on my salad greens that I put my carrot and my cucumber and my meats in. The other thing I put in, because this gives me a flush of more green, is the pesto I make. I don't know if you can see that, but I also make that with my Inky Inchy. oil. So I go out into the garden and I pick all the greens I can. So in this one, I picked my basil and my mint, but you can go and buy it, get it from your market. You don't need to have a garden. It's nice to have one, but if you don't have one, go and purchase it. So I put in there a little bit of thyme. I put in some wasabi leaves. Well, they're actually mustard leaves, but I call them wasabi leaves because they're so hot. Let me show them to you. So that's a wasabi leaf or a mustard leaf, I guess a purple mustard leaf. I put salt, my seaweed salt in there, so I've got some seaweed as well. Remembering seaweed has DHA, also it has iodine in it. I then put some sort of nuts, so it could be macadamia. This one I put pine nut in. And then I have a Thermomix, but you can put it in a blender, any way you want to do it. And I crush it up till it forms. Let me grab a spoon. The Maggies are loving what I'm doing. So this is my pesto. Oh, I did put a chili in there. I see a little bit of red. So I put a chili in there. Then I put my mayo and I put the pesto in there. And then I basically put the lid on it. But just one more thing. So I had so many chilies, I didn't know what to do with them. So I decided to make chili jam. And this is the dregs of my chili jam. So it's the chili, I did the recipe chili and onion and my rapadura sugar. And I just made this chili jam and I just find a little drizzle over my salad is incredible. You will absolutely love this food. It is wholesome, it will help your body be healthy, and then in turn helps your immune system, helps your brain think more clearly. To me, it's, you know, like this is soul food. This is food to, you know, be in the kitchen, to feed and nourish your family, to heal this nation. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video when I talk to you about my breakfast, because sometimes I take breakfast to work because I'm so busy doing other things in the morning. I find it easier to make my breakfast and take it to work. So I'll make you some breakfast. Bye for now.